Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG Podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Chicago Bulls weekly review show. This is episode 5. Man, we've been gone for quite a minute, man, but I think we good to be back, man. Feels good to be back. Ready to get this this week kicked off with the Bulls. G Walker, man. First of all, I want to say, man, how you feeling, man?
Oh, man, you know what, bro? I'm almost at 100%. You know, it's something going outside, man, a virus or something like that, man. And, you know, I think I just got caught up in it. So I was down for about a week or so like that, man. But I'm almost at 100%, man. I'm feeling good, man. Thanks for asking, bro.
Hey, man, no problem. So, man, like I said, it was time off that we needed. You know, some of us had personal things to do. G Walker was under the weather for a little while, so we had to take that time off. Now we're back. But look, man, Bulls had 2 games this week, Utah, and they also had a game against Phoenix. But first, man, I want to talk about something that kind of went under the radar that nobody kind of knew about. Now, G Walker, you may not like this news because I didn't know that this was going on. But I'm gonna bring it up. Billy Donovan, I guess apparently signed an extension, man. Tell me your thoughts on that.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed. You know what? A little bit. No, I'm really disappointed. And I know he brought us to the playoffs for the first time in 5 years, but he had nothing really to do with Zach's development. Zach being an all-star, Zach was already trending that way. DeMar DeRozan was already who he was. Booch was pretty much who he is. So for him to get an extension, you know, based off what I've seen this year as far as, you know, how bad this team is doing even without Lonzo Ball, as far as his late game adjustments and his substitutions and his rotations, and that's his offensive skill set in his bag, I don't think Billy Donovan deserved an extension, man. You know, no hate to him or nothing like that. You know, they felt like he deserved it, but to me, I don't think he deserved it. I think we still haven't seen what we can see from Patrick Williams. That's falling on Billy Donovan. I think Dalen Terry, he hasn't cracked the rotation. I think he's more than ready to play right now, especially defensively. Then you got young Marco, the 7-footer down there in the G League, getting 20 points and 10 rebounds, averaging a double-double. And we looking for guys that help out with our bench, and they in the damn G League. So that's all falling on him, and I don't think he deserved it, man. I'm gonna stand on that, and we're just gonna see where this goes. What you think about him getting this extension, bro?
Man, it caught me by surprise, man, because no one really knew about the news. So the fact that they announced it, the fact that they announced it the way they did, I'm like, what happened here? Because they saying that this happened, you know, towards the beginning of the season. So I'm like, okay. But,
so who gave him the deal? Was it AK or was it Jerry Reinsdorf? Because I thought I read something that said Reinsdorf, he met with Reinsdorf in the summer and that happened, I think.
Yeah, man. I really tell you the truth, G Walker, I don't know, man, because it caught me so off guard, and it was just that the way that it was done, nobody knew about it. And my whole thing is, this is how AK operates. So I don't know if it's really him, but it just shows you they not really gonna tell us what's really going on in that front office, you know, because they're gonna keep everything confidential, you know, until it actually happened and they announce it. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, man, this is totally off guard, man. I don't like the decision to extend him. I just don't like it, man. I think we could do for a better coach, a tougher coach, a coach with a better offensive scheme for 3 All-Stars. I think his offense is pretty basic. It's not nothing that's modern. And I think that's why the Bulls are struggling, because we're playing in an old school type of offense, man. So I don't know why he got this extension, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see how far it goes.
Yep, let's see how far I go. And actually, we're gonna move on. You mentioned Lonzo Ball, and the news on Lonzo Ball is not promising. I know a lot of people was pushing that he was gonna come back in January, but by reading this, and this is what Billy Donovan said a couple of days ago on Lonzo Ball, it has been really slow. He's working through more and more, but we're not close to running or cutting contact. You know, said the pain issue is still improving, but not in clear. So what do you think about when you hear that news?
It's unfortunate, man. Lonzo Ball is a very important part of this team. He might not get you 30 a game, 25 a game, but he can do pretty much everything else that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine seem that they don't want to do, and that's defense, that's high IQ on both ends of the floor, and rebounding. So him not being able to get back here at this point in time is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is, man. That's not an excuse to why the Bulls are playing the way they're playing with 3 All-Stars and with Zach, Boucher, and DeMar. So I just hate to hear it, man. I want them back. It was looking like early 2023. That's the last thing I saw. But it's some ankles, man. He hasn't had the best luck with his feet, man. So we could just hope and pray in time that he gets back on the court before, or even after the All-Star break, man. What you think?
I mean, I was definitely looking at after the All-Star break of him possibly coming back. I did not think he was going to come back in January. I thought that was too soon. But to hear the pain is improving, but he's not cutting yet. You just gotta give a person time with their body. Everybody's body heals differently. Everybody's body is different. So I'm just hoping that he gets some time back on the floor and get this team going as far as in the offense, because it's too much hero ball being played by this Bulls team, and there's not enough team balls, not enough assists being spread around. It's not enough. It's so much one-on-one, and that's where the Bulls are having problems at. But we're gonna move on from here, and we're gonna go. We're gonna talk about the Utah Jazz. The Bulls had a game against the Utah Jazz. I believe it could have been Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure what actually date it was.
Keep going, CJ. Keep going. Give me 1 minute.
But I'm not sure what date it was. But the Bulls had a game against Utah. Lauri Markkanen came out in that first half and literally destroyed this team. Making shots, being aggressive. And Utah just pretty much had the Bulls on their heels, hitting 3-point shots, playing aggressive. The Bulls had an issue. They had a problem, defensively. And it seemed like it's been their Achilles heel, throughout these last couple of weeks. They did have 2 impressive wins against the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, but they dropped the egg. They dropped the ball against the Orlando Magic. So it's been a very inconsistent thing. And we've seen the Bulls play this inconsistent way when it comes to their defense. We know they can score points. The issue and the problem is that the Bulls defensively seem like they get lackadaisical out there, and there's too many switches going on. But I thought in the second half that the Bulls came out in the second half playing more team ball, getting guys open shots, getting the assists.
I'm back.
Getting the assist. And I thought Kobe White was a big difference in that second half, getting the Bulls back into it. G. Walker, now before you had left, I was explaining as far as in that first half with the Bulls not pretty much Lauri Markkanen coming out and really playing aggressive, going at the Bulls, and the Bulls not playing defensively. Do you think that what it could have been, the Bulls not playing defensively, or do you think it's just too much of the hero ball going one-on-one and they got behind?
It was a bunch of things. It was a bunch. It was Lauri being Lauri, and it was us playing hero ball. So you put all that together, and us missing jump shots, then that's what you're going to get.
Exactly, man. That's exactly what you're going to get. And in the second half, Kobe White stepped up in a big way. He ended up finishing with 15 points, and I thought he did a pretty good job of getting the Bulls. Not just him getting the Bulls back in the game, but the Bulls finally waking up and playing team ball and not this hero ball that they seem to play. They ended up winning the game. The final score of the game was 114-107. And the guys these are the guys' stats from that game. As you can see, who leads the top of the list? Mr. Gunner himself, DeMar DeRozan. 26 points, 26 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Everyone had a steal on this list except for Caruso, Javonte Green, and Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White. Everybody else had a steal. So, yeah, this team is capable of playing defense, but they need to do it on a consistent basis. Zach LaVine chipped in with 20.6 rebounds. Vooch was 16-9. Kobe White had the 15 points. Drummond had a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Aldo Sumo, and the list goes on and on. So if the guys just come out and just play team ball, play team defense, stay in front of their man, quit doing these switches, I think they'll be all right. G Walker, what you think about it?
I think everything you said was right, man. I just think it needs to be more team ball and more team oriented and more, team based. DeMar DeRozan tends to go one-on-one. Zach LaVine tends to defer to him. And then he seems like he's off because he's not the primary option. But in this game, he was the primary option. He had it going. He had 14 and 4 assists like in the first half. He had like 14, 4 and 4. And that was setting the tone for that game early. And then that set up for DeMar to look like DeMar as far as the takeover in the fourth quarter, whatever he does, late games. We just need Zach LaVine to be more of a number one option. I saw a read today that says that Zach LaVine last year didn't like to be second fiddle to DeMar, which is true. Body language says a lot. Zach is he has more ability. He's more athletic. He's quicker. He scores in bunches. He doesn't take as much time off the clock to score when he's on. So I think that type of skill set is being pushed back to DeMar, and Billy Donovan is not putting that in check. Lonzo was the captain, the tone setter out there for that to happen, but we don't have that anymore. So it's showing you that Billy Donovan doesn't really have control over DeMar DeRozan, and that's who needs to be on the corners and the wing along with Patrick Williams. But this game, it was a good game. Marketing, he still looked like marketing to me. I wish we kind of could have kept him, but he didn't want to play second fiddle to Zach LaVine. He wanted to be used the way he's used in Utah, which is more of a team ball atmosphere, and he looks great at it. So I wasn't surprised, man. I was kind of surprised we won this game, but I'll take it.
Hey man, you pretty much said everything and nailed it on the head, man. Nobody wants to play second fiddle to DeMar DeRozan, and I think what's going to end up happening, hate to say, is that if Patrick Williams don't get developed and start having the ball in his hand, he could end up suffering the same fate because that's going to hamper his development. And I think at the same time, believe it or not, with Vooch and Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen, that hampered Lauri Markkanen's development. So sometimes
That's true.
Yeah, sometimes that change could be a good thing, man. And, and it's going to be tough to move DeMar DeRozan. It's going to be very tough to move him. I'm looking at his contract. I'm looking at teams that can take him, and it's not too much out there. So, I mean, I really don't know what the Bulls can do as far as moving forward. I have an idea on what they could do, but what AK go for it, I really don't know. But next up, we're gonna actually switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do a review of the Bulls versus Suns game, and I want to say this. This is fair use. This is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only. This video is presented by the House of Highlights. If you guys want to check out more of their videos, go to their channel and check them out. They got the NBA highlights on their channel, but we're gonna do a review of the Bulls versus Phoenix game right now. So I'm actually going to pull that up, and we're actually going to get right into that.
Let's do it.
Yep. Give me 1 second. All right, G Walker, if you can lead us off on this play, man, go ahead and break this down.
You gotta take the overlay off.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Sorry about that, y'all. Overlay. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go back, you guys, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to start that over. My apologies. All right.
Pause it. Go back. Just pause it.
Okay.
This first play right here, Vucevic let Ayton get into his spot a little bit too easy. If you press play one more time.
Actually, I'm going to slow it down so we can actually see it in a little bit of a slow-mo so we can see what you're talking about.
Now watch how Ayton comes into the lane. He got to that second circle a little bit too easy. There needed to be a little bit more resistance from Vooch. He didn't give him that. He just gave him the easy, quick turn and go. This next play right here, everybody's running, but nobody's running. Look at Vooch. Vooch is the center. And look at this. Where's Patrick Williams down low for the rebound to help?
DeMar DeRozan right there as well.
DeMar DeRozan's there. That is terrible, man. That is terrible transition offense, terrible transition defense, man. What you think about this play right here? Look how many people. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Man, DeMar DeRozan, okay, don't get me wrong. I would advise that shot if everybody's really going, but my whole thing is you got guys that are open on the three. Of course, you drive in, but the thing is here.
Look at Ayo waiting for the ball.
Ayo is waiting for it. I mean, I get it, but then I don't get it. You have to really start moving the ball around. The Bulls get caught watching DeMar DeRozan from time to time again. You see Ayo get the ball here. Nice move by Zach LaVine, the fake. He goes in and he finishes. That's what we need to see. Not so much dribbling and holding on to the ball, but finishing. All right, G. Walker, what about this next play?
This next play right here was terrible defense by Vooch again. If you can go back and rewind it a little bit, I'm going to show you everybody what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just take your time, man.
All right.
This is coming down. It's like it's right here. He's in the post. Patrick Williams is guarding him.
Okay.
Booker. And we see Vooch not leave Aiden quick enough. Then you see the pass to Payne in the corner. Ayo. All that is going to happen and be a positive play because the late reaction of Vucevic. Not a good play, man. Not a good play at all.
Oh, wow. Now, hold on. I want to say something on this right now. Now, you see DeMar DeRozan. He's sitting right here, right? Now, you see Aiden coming and picking off, and I believe this is Patrick Williams. So you let him pick off Patrick Williams. You don't tell Patrick, pick. The pick coming. You don't say anything. So when that happens, a guy like Booker gets free. Vooch leaves his feet, leaves Aiden open. Aiden finishes it. That can't happen. That right there cannot happen. And the thing is that DeMar DeRozan has to let his teammates know, hey, the pick is coming. Aiden's coming for the pick. But instead of him saying anything, he lets Aiden pick off Patrick Williams. He lets Devin Booker get to a spot, and the whole defense is pretty much compromised after that.
Right.
All right, now let's go into this next play.
All right, go ahead. So the next play, I'm looking at it. It looked like Patrick Williams was where he's supposed to be. He got a block on Aiden. That was good. But he did his work early in that play. You see what I'm saying? He did his work early and got to the spot early, so he was able to get that play off. If you're not at your spot early enough, then points will happen, and hockey assists happen. So good job of Patrick Williams getting to that spot to block that shot to get that defensive situation under control.
Okay. Now we got Zach LaVine coming down. He sees three players. Now see the cut by DeMar and the finish. That's the type of back cuts we need to see on this Chicago Bulls team. The back cuts and just them getting to the basket. When they get that and when they start doing that, the offense runs smoother when that happens. Now this next play, okay, you got Ayo breaking the man down. Now what is he going to do with it? They let him drive to the basket. And what that is, everybody is spread. Nobody's in the paint. Nobody's trying to get the ball. Everybody's spread. Let's all go to work. Now, this right here, DeMar DeRozan. Now, let's freeze it right here. G. Walker, what you think DeMar DeRozan is gonna do on this play right here? Now, you just said he lost the ball. What is he gonna do now?
He's gonna do the same. He's gonna try to shoot the ball. He's gonna shoot it. He's gonna shoot it. He's gonna pump fake and go through. He's gonna shoot it, man.
Now you would think on that play that DeMar DeRozan, if he has all those guys coming at him, that somebody still, I want to see somebody cut into the basket. That's one of the things. Now, if you cut to the basket and if DeMar DeRozan misses you, that's on DeMar DeRozan. But when he gets the ball like that, you got to start cutting to the basket and getting an easy point. Now, If
I
you
agree.
don't do that, he's gonna get it in his head. Okay, nobody's really moving. I'm gonna take the shot.
Right. Right.
Okay, that was actually a good pass there.
All right. So what we got going on this play right here? It's kind of buffering in and out, but that's good defense right here by Caruso. Hand up. Are you?
I'm gonna actually speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, speed it up. All right. Look like you got Zach and Caruso or the Dragic on Booker. He got to draw a double team, man. He has to. Dude gave us 51 last night. Good screen. Come on up. Where's Drummond? He hit it anyway.
Nobody steps up. It's Zach LaVine's right there. Don't even help out. Another wide open three. Who is that? Zach LaVine, not on his man, hits the wide open three. This is where the Bulls are having. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I said this is where the Bulls have problems at defensively.
Right. And Phoenix is on like a good defensive team to us, and we get a lot of easy lobs and stuff down there in the paint. But our problem is that we can't stop nobody on defense on the perimeter.
Right.
So it's another three by who was that? Shamit. Another three by him.
Mm-hmm.
Here we got Ayo coming down the court on a 3-on-1. This just was a good take, man. He just took it all away. Patrick Williams right there to help rebound, but the ball went in the hole, man. And we got Booker right here again. He's going to pull up. Did he hit that?
That was an alley-oop pass. Yeah, that was an alley-oop pass. And Patrick Williams is guarding Devin Booker. Now, hey, that was a pretty good defense there. Booker just made a hell of a shot.
He was making them shits all night, dog.
Yeah, he was, man. And that right there can't happen. Now, if you got a double team to get off Booker, somebody got to come and stop that ball from getting into the paint to get to Aiden.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're not the best defensive team in the paint because look how far Zach was away from Booker, man.
Right.
You got to trust in your teammates to commit, man. Patrick just got beat. It's crazy.
Another back cut, man.
These are just terrible defensive plays, man. It just looked like Booker was just having his field day against bad defense, man. He just knew it.
Why is Vooch guarding Booker, man, on these damn switches?
It's terrible, and that should be a guard.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. Booker comes down and just knocks down a three.
Just smacked it right in Patrick Williams' face, man. There's no respect. No respect, man. He had a crazy game. Crazy game. Crazy game. Ball is just going in the hole wherever he's at, man. This is a goddamn Devin Booker highlight, man.
Exactly. Split the defense.
And everything, man. Look at this. Look at DeMar. Not a shot blocker. He just went straight around him and scored the layup. And he's a skinny dude, man. He just skilled, man.
And DeMar DeRozan, you gotta take the ball out of his hands, man. You gotta put that double team on him. You gotta put the double team on him. Okay, Zach got a strong move here. Got the foul, so Bulls start creeping back into the game. But what do we see here? Vooch guarding Cameron Payne, wide open three, knocks it down. Vooch is getting squished on these guards, and it's hurting the Bulls. Devin Booker coming off another screen.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You letting the shooter come off a screen to shoot, that's the easiest shot that you can take. A shooter coming off a screen, bro, is it's damn near a layup. What we got right here?
Derrick Jones Jr. Sorry for the blurriness, y'all. And Caruso.
And they look like they communicate on defense a little bit better than the Bulls too.
Yeah, man, they just know where to get to on the floor. They know where the guys are. And
look at the way Booker is pulling up these shots. Like he's barely Caruso's still on him, and he's just rising up, man. It's crazy.
And really what it is, G Walker, they put the Bulls in a tough position because now you either have to double team Booker to get the ball out of his hands. When you do that, he's such a good passer. They got a good shooter team. We could just kick it to one of the shooters and they could just knock down a three or get it to 80.
And it seemed like the Bulls, we don't have the consistent firepower to even compete with a team like this. That's a nice layup by Caruso. Look at this right here. Double team, Shamet in the corner, or Drummond. Look at that.
Kobe White got to do a better job of getting over there. He got over there too late.
That's terrible.
And look how fast they get back. Even though Caruso finishes, that team got back. 3 guys got back on them.
Yeah, man.
Zach LaVine gets a strong finish.
It's just the Bulls got to be tough. Like our top 3 guys are not tough guys, man. They're not guys that are, they're not really tough guys, man. That shit is starting to really show. They're finesse guys, man. Finesse.
G Walker, I gotta agree with you, man. They don't have that it factor, man, that dog mentality in them. And the last player that I seen have that, and I think Patrick Williams can get there, but the last player I seen that it mentality, that dog mentality was Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, it was definitely Jimmy, man. It seemed like Jimmy just was made that way. The man, it started with his defensive ability, and his offensive game came up, and he was just one guy. And he learned how to be a weapon on both ends of the court, and that was changing games, even in Miami, and with the Bulls at some point. Like, he was just that guy on both ends, and it really elevated the Bulls into a better team and that Miami Heat team. We have 3 guys, and none of them are doing that. One is just like, I'm gonna play both ends the same way I play on the offensive end. None of those 3 do that, bro. So this is why the Bulls are suffering so much, because not one guy from that top 3 is a dog on both ends, and that's one main reason why the Bulls are so inconsistent.
Right. It can't just take it just can't be Lonzo Ball or Patrick Williams just playing defense and everybody else just standing around. It has to be team effort. Right now, the Bulls don't play with that it mentality on defense as a team. And until they do that, you're gonna get games where you're getting blown out. Simple. But
yeah, man, I agree, man. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, man, and look, man, the Bulls gotta do something, man, because I don't know how long they're gonna be able to keep this up. But as far as them, playing defense this way and the way they're playing, because they're gonna be playing against some tough teams. They got Golden State coming up, so they're gonna have to figure something out. But I've been saying this for the past. I've been thinking this. We're actually thinking this for the last couple of weeks. The only way I feel like this Bulls team is going to get it going, and especially starting offensively first, is they have to run the offense through Vooch. Zach LaVine can pretty much be your second option, if possible. DeMar DeRozan, I would use him as a third option, like in the third and fourth quarter. If the Bulls are not getting it going, then you start using DeMar DeRozan as an option in the third and fourth quarter. But using him as a first option, that's not going to get it done, because the Bulls, that has not really worked for the Bulls. They did that last year when Zach LaVine was out. They got to the playoffs and DeMar DeRozan was ineffective.
Hey, man, you know what? And I agree with everything you said, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Vooch as the number 1 option. You know what I mean? Zach is the number 2. But you know what it is? We can't miss a bunch of shots. That Phoenix game, they just missed a ton of shots. It doesn't matter what option we're going through, whether it's Zach, whether it's DeMar, whether it's Vooch, you know what I mean? If we're consistently missing shots, we're not going to shoot ourselves in the game. We're going to shoot ourselves out of a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I definitely agree. And also what it is, too, that the Bulls take too many three-point shots. The Bulls have to realize something. The Bulls are not a three-point shooting team. A lot of their three-point shots are going to come off of what? Playing team ball, guys moving around on the offense, getting open. That's where their shots are going to come from. They can't start coming down, jacking up threes because they feel like it. It has to come within the floor of the offense. But if the Bulls start going inside and out like they were doing at some point and they were winning games, they got to get back to that. And the fact is, they do one thing, but then they start switching to hero ball, and then it all starts going downhill from there. So the Bulls have to stick to the game plan. Now, are they too stubborn to stick to the game plan? Which I mean stubbornness. DeMar DeRozan, is that stubbornness? That he goes to hero ball early in the first quarter and tries to do everything early in the first quarter to try to keep the Bulls in the game? It comes from not trusting your teammates. You got to start trusting Ayo. You got to start trusting Dalen Terry when he's out there. You got to trust Patrick Williams when he's out there. And I don't think Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan trust those guys.
I mean, it's looking like that. You know what I mean? And it's looking like these guys are not trusting each other. But it's also looking like the Bulls are an old school team, an old school offense. They got 3 guys, but it seems like we don't have the shooting to go with the shooting to go with the 3 all-stars. So it seems like the structure of this team is built kind of backwards to me. You know what I mean? It just seems like the team is built wrong, and it needs to be some addition by subtraction. And I've been saying this for the longer. They have to trade DeMar DeRozan at some point. At some point, he's the one that has to go. Nobody really develops under him. That's why he was traded from Toronto. He got traded for a guy that was elite wing in Kawhi Leonard when he was healthy. A guy that was affecting both ends of the court. A guy that shut down Giannis in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Or the semifinals. So, DeMar DeRozan, at some point, they have to really look at him not being a part of this team, so at least to get one guy off the ball so the ball can move around.
Hey man, I couldn't agree with you more because it's not really working. And the thing is, the only reason, and I'm gonna say this again, the only reason why DeMar DeRozan is here is because there was a fear by the team's front office that Zach LaVine was gonna walk in free agency if they didn't get a third guy to help this team out. That third guy was DeMar DeRozan from the help of Vooch by recruiting and other things like that. Now that you got Zach LaVine locked in, you're going to have to say, hey, you know what? This ain't really working. DeMar, we're gonna just pretty much up and trade you. We just going to go in another direction. We just feel like we're going to go in another direction. We're going to start developing our young guys. Also, we're going to start getting Zach and Vooch more touches. So they're going to have to get back to what it was before DeMar got there.
Totally agree, man. I totally agree. I agree. Because he's the one that's the least willing passer. The least willing defensive player. He's worse than Zach on defense. He's worse than Zach as far as looking for a different player. We saw Zach play point guard when he had to last year because we didn't have none outside Lonzo Ball before those guys got here. So it seems like the Zach that we know that to play the point guard, when you need him to, is don't exist. You know what I mean? The Zach that we know that could take over for first quarter, give us 12, 14 points, it don't exist. The Vucevic that can give you the same thing with moving the ball around the post from Orlando, it don't exist. And the guy that's holding everybody up, it seems to be DeMar DeRozan.
Exactly. And I'm going to say this one more thing before we wrap this up. Now, look, I know a lot of y'all may feel that DeMar DeRozan was going to keep the Bulls a playoff team, but as y'all can see right now, the Bulls are not even in the playoff hunt. Now, with trading DeMar DeRozan, of course, you may not get exactly what you're going to get back in return, but the whole thing is Patrick Williams is here to do what he needs to do. I'm not saying he's DeMar DeRozan, but what I'm saying is you get a better defender. You get a guy that could potentially give you 15 to 18 points a night, and he doesn't hog the ball. Patrick Williams can cut to the basket. Patrick Williams can do so many different things. So the thing is, he doesn't hamper your offense. Now, I was looking at the Orlando Magic. I'm just going to say this before I get off. I was looking at the Orlando Magic. Now, I know a lot of people are like, what the hell are you talking about, CJ? Well, here's the thing. DeMar DeRozan's contract is $27 million. Now, Orlando, to me, has more assets. Thank you for putting that picture up, G. Walker. To me, they have more assets to me, Tavares may not get the player that the Bulls actually get back in the All-Star, but I think you get a guy that can fit the offense that is not ball dynamic. Now, I've been saying ball for a minute because this is a guy that's 7'2", that can shoot the ball, he can play defense, and he doesn't demand the basketball. You know, he's a catch-and-shoot player. He can put the ball on the floor when he get it, but he doesn't demand the basketball. So if you can do something like that, now it's going to be tough because he's pretty much Orlando's second best power forward. And right now, Paolo is still out. But if you can get a deal like that and maybe throw in a Terrence Ross who's making $11 million, even the young kid that's hurt, Jonathan Isaac, I saw that he had $16 million this year, guaranteed. Next year, it goes down to $7 million. And then his final year of his contract is a non-guarantee. So you can let him go after that. You can pretty much let him go after that third year. You keep the guy for a year or two. Hopefully he gets off the injury. And then you pretty much can bring him in. If not, you can let him go. But at the end of the day, it's all about developing Patrick Williams, developing Dalen Terry, getting these guys the minutes and letting this team grow moving forward. That's what we're pretty much saying. Now, I don't think nobody can argue with me to say, is really this DeMar DeRozan thing working? Because, yes, it worked last year because it was unexpected. But everybody knows and sees what's going on in Chicago. Everybody sees the offense and what's being played. Everybody knows that the Bulls don't have a straight defender except for that man right there on that picture, Patrick Williams. And the other guy that played defense is hurt right now in Lonzo Ball. So everybody knows the Bulls' game plan. That's why they're struggling. The Bulls running the same type of offense. They really don't have a defensive identity except for playing one-on-one. And this guy got to do all the work. So the Bulls are going to have to eventually do something. Hopefully they get it done. But they have a tough Western Conference schedule, as y'all can see. Utah was first. And then it was Utah was Phoenix, and now they got Golden State tonight, so it's not going to get any easier for them. G Walker, anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
No, man, I agree with everything you said, man. It just, things change all the time, and like you say, Patrick Williams, he can do a lot for you, like you said, and he doesn't have to mess up your offense. And he can pass. He's more of a willing passer. He's a help defender. He's a lot of time their best defender, so he's already shown you that he can do more than what DeMar can do besides score points and hog up the offense. So, yeah, man, I agree with you, man. And I don't have anything else to say, man. That's it for me, bro.
All right, man. We appreciate everybody who's watching this right now, who's checking out the show right now. CNG Podcast, we're going to be back this week. We got the Bears versus the Packers game coming up this Sunday. That may be a post-game show. Only that, I don't know. We'll let you guys know as far as what we're gonna do with that as far as in the next couple of days. But other than that, man, y'all pray for the Bulls, man. They need a prayer. They need something because right now they're going through a tough time. Hopefully they get it together, man. But other than that, we're about to wrap this up. We hope you all have a great day. We'll be back here on Sunday for the Bears and for the Packers. Until then, y'all have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next time. That's it for me.
Peace.